Today I'm making a Salisbury TV dinner steak from cookie dough using Thermomix. I've never had Salisbury steak. I live in America, so I don't know why I've never had it. But I guess it's not that popular now, but ooh, it came out so good. And if you don't have a Thermomix, you can still use the same recipe, just make it however you can on the stove. It's really not that hard. I think it would have been actually easier to faster to make it on my own. First, it needs 16 ounce of ground beef, but when I put the cup in, it's always showing me more weight. So I have to press the little green button on the bottom. I think it says tare, and it will recalculate the weight. Now, the packaged ground meat I use is 22 or 24 ounce, so it's a little bit more than what it's saying. So I'm going to be adding a little bit more of the ingredients that it's telling me because I have more meat. But that's the whole package. I don't want to waste some of the package for something else. But anyways, it needs 2 ounces of breadcrumbs. This is a breadcrumb I made on my own. I just dried up white bread and then blended it, and there you go. You have your own breadcrumbs. 1 teaspoon mustard, kind of just eyeballing this, adding a little bit more because I have more meat. Black pepper, it says 1 4 teaspoon, but really I'm just eyeballing it. Ketchup, 1 ounce of ketchup, and this is gonna be like a majority of the sauce. Ketchup going in, it's calculating 0.8 ounce. Okay, we're a little bit over 1. Yeah, about 1.5 ounce for the meat. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce, right? Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, going in. Nice. And then also soy sauce. I'm using the low sodium one. Of this, I'm not gonna go too crazy with this one because it is pretty strong, and it's, even though it's low sodium, it's still very salty. And the mustard is salty and the ketchup is salty, so it's like a lot of sodium in here. Okay, first it's gonna blend it all together for 7 seconds. However, I was not satisfied with the blending. There's a lot of patchy areas, so I went back and I put the timer on higher because I felt like it needs more blending. That is why it's a good idea to get to know your Thermomix so you can fix errors that you want to fix. So just a little bit more blending, and this already looks better. I just decided to hand mix whatever little patches that remains. It's okay. All right, put that in a bowl. 1 ounce of butter. Yeah, very buttery. And then 1.5 ounce of all-purpose flour. It's calculating it. A little more. That should be about right. No more. Okay, next one. Okay, so onion. I have pre-made sauteed onion that I have a video of. This is so time saving. You do it once and then you have sauteed onion ready. Otherwise, I would have to add raw onion to this and it would cook it on its own, but it's already cooked right here and it's ready to go. So saving me time, and this way I know I'm not gonna get any raw bits of onion. Now this is just mixing it all together with the butter and onion. That's what it looks like. Scraping a little bit from the bottom, the sides. I'm just following the recipe and then we'll see how good it comes out. Okay, so next one, we need 12 ounces of sliced mushrooms. I always cut the bottom off, like a little bit of the bottom, and then I can slice it. I could use a Madeleine, but I cannot find mine. I only can find the Japanese one, which slices super thin, but I love it, especially for slicing onion. It's so good. Okay, so it's gonna cook this without the little lid cup in. It's gonna cook it for 8 minutes, 250 degrees, and then the rotation, the speed of it. And this is what it looks like. Definitely left some uncooked mushrooms. See, if that was raw onion, it could have been still raw. 16 ounce of broth. I'm always using broth paste and just mixing it with hot water. 1 ounce of ketchup, half an ounce of Worcestershire sauce. A little bit more. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Next one, 1.5 teaspoon salt, kind of just eyeballing this, not too much. I definitely did not add the whole half teaspoon salt because there's always so much. Now this I don't understand. Why would you put the simmering basket on top? It does nothing. It's just gonna get wet and then I'll have more things to clean. So I'm skipping the simmering. I've learned this from previous recipes. It makes no sense. This is gonna cook for 15 minutes. Once it's done, this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna have to put it in a bowl and set it aside. We're gonna use this as a sauce for our meatballs. Okay, next one, transfer to a bowl. And I don't know what happened with the video, but I put some water in the cup and then added the Verona bowl and my green beans to steam. And I want to talk about something. In one of my previous videos when I was trying cookie dough recipes with Thermomix, someone said that I was complaining because the recipe wasn't working out. Now, if I didn't complain and just pretended like everything was okay, and then you tried it and it was not okay, like this green beans is still raw, it was not steamed thoroughly, then if you try it and it doesn't work out for you, then I am a liar. And if people think that I lie in my recipes, then no one's gonna believe that my recipes are good. So yes, if I complain there's something wrong with the recipe, then there is something wrong with the recipe. Now this, I fixed this by putting the simmering basket inside with the water on the bottom and the green beans inside. The water is not touching the green beans, it's just steaming inside instead of the top, because steaming on top it was still raw, so it did not work out. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying that the instructions were not accurate and I fixed it my way. And if you try the same recipe, you might have the same issue, and there is how I fixed it, so you can try that too. So yeah, cooking is trial and errors, and I cannot sugarcoat if something is not working out. You can take the basket out using the back of that spoon, which is so cool. We just lift it open, but this is what the green beans look like. I mean, it's cooked, it's steamed. This is so much better. We should have used this in the first place instead of the Verona top basket. Anyways, my meatballs are getting ready. I am putting the sauce gravy on top and we're gonna let it cook. And I want the liquid in the gravy to evaporate and the sauce will become thicker. And honestly, this sauce was the golden goose in this recipe. It was so good. I think I ate more of the sauce than anything else. Oh, it was delicious. Like, that combination for the sauce was absolutely perfect. And here's my meatballs cooking slow and low and just absorbing all the flavors from the gravy. Yeah, I did like steam it a little bit, but here's my sides, green beans, and I had mashed potato from a previous recipe, so I did not have to make this nice, save me so much time. But this recipe was a little long to make in the Thermomix. I think it's probably because the green beans were not like cooked in the first place, but oh my god, this turned out so good. The green beans are a little bit plain. I mean, there's no spicing on it besides like salt I put at the end. But it came out amazing, so delicious, and I think I loved every bit of it. It was still moist on the inside, the meatball, but the sauce, gravy, whatever you want to call it, oh my god, that was so good. Like, I'm just thinking, what else can I do with the sauce? Like, put it on steak, maybe sandwich. But yeah, this was delicious, and it's perfect for kids or old people. So enjoy.